Welcome everyone. Let me make sure my volume is up. Where is it? There we go. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Welcome to our intuitive pick a card, pick a pal reading. We're going to choose between three, one, two, or three. Uno, dos, tres. And you want to intuitively pick this pal. This is connecting to our guides. So this can be for anything. Love. I feel like what you should do is just have the intention of what it is you would like an answer to, let's say, or guidance in. And then when you have that, take a moment. And I close my eyes. If I watch someone else's, I will close my eyes and I will allow the number just to appear in my mind. Like right now, I'm seeing a 3. So who knows? 3 may relate to me today. Anyway, so go ahead and do that. Just calm your minds. Take a few deep breaths. You can ask your guides to help you choose. Set the intention. And let's begin. I'm going to bring the lid down to the laptop a little bit. There we go. All right. We have 1, 2, 3. We're going to move 2 and 3 up here for right now. I did use 4 different decks and a Mother Mary Oracle card. Or maybe I used 4 total. And then we'll use the Gilded Tarot to clarify if need be. So let's go ahead and begin. Number 1. This is for all signs, by the way. All signs, and you may relate to all 3 of these pals too. So if that happens, then really what it is just a complete reading for you. Otherwise, I feel like each one may answer a question. Okay, let's begin. We have watched over. That's beautiful. That's a direct message from your guides, from your loved ones who have gone before you. Right? You'll see them again. They're just gone before you. I allow myself to feel safe and enjoy my life, knowing that heaven is watching over my loved ones and me. Okay. We have, this is the Tarot of Dreams. We have the 2 of Pentacles. So some of you, this is a question. I feel like you're coming from a pretty logical mind here. Pretty grounded. We have the 8 of Pentacles. Some of you are wondering whether to begin a business, to begin something new. You know, what the 8 of Pentacles would tell you, if that's the case, is if you're willing to put in the work, then it's right on for you, right? But it does require your work, your intention. But I do feel like in this energy, like your guides are saying, but we'll help. We'll help. Like, we can feed you ideas or what have you. But this is a very logical, I like it. Because I'm looking at it as in, will it sustain me? And the answer is yes, if you're willing to put in the work. The 8 of Pentacles talks about being the apprentice. It could be something new that you're starting. It may be something you have a lot of wisdom about already, but it's a new venture type thing. And the 8 of Pentacles, I feel, and then you move into the 9, by the way, so it does feel very spiritual. Some of you may be like on this spiritual path and just like opening up, seeing the moon cycles. It's like a full moon cycle. This could, there's an 8. This could say maybe October. Okay. We have, look at this, the Ace of Swords, and it's coming under being watched over, and that's exactly what I felt. It's like I didn't even need it because I already felt it. But for you, this Ace of Swords, you're connecting. This is definitely connecting with your spiritual team. I know some of you have really been feeling out of sync lately. You're not feeling your spiritual team. And I feel like what this is saying is you have to bring yourself back down to a grounded energy, and yes, being grounded means that I can realistically see all the possibilities. But then you add in your spirituality and you understand that there is no limit. It's whatever you want to put in it is how far it can go. We have the Knight of Swords. So some of you, this is about communicating. You communicating. It's interesting. He's got, this is the Tarot of Night. I forgot to tell you what the other ones were. But this is the Tarot of Night. The other ones are the Light Seer. I don't use these very often because the background's usually very dark, but not on this one. And it's interesting that he has a wolf. A beautiful white wolf. Wolf. That must stand for something. It must mean something. Do wolves travel in packs? I think they travel in packs, right? This may talk about like your pack, your community, your soul family. So whatever it is that you're bringing, definitely some type of. It's just interesting because I feel like your reading is traveling this way, but also this way. So it feels like it's starting like with your spiritual team, perhaps inspiring you to create, right? Because you are connected. You don't always feel it. That's when you have to say, okay, it's not them, it's me, right? It's us. So we have to find. It's so funny. I keep wanting to take on like a southern draw, and I'm from the north. So, anyways, it's about finding like your center, really. And I feel like there is something, and boy, have I been getting this a lot, where a lot of you are, maybe you're telling your own story, your own experience. And how interesting, the Knight of Swords is the one that brings you, each knight is bringing you something, is being sent to you to bring you maybe a tool that you just earned, right? And here, this knight is bringing you truth, honesty, but also communication. And I know that from what the meaning of the card is, but I also know that just if I look at the pattern here, right? He's kneeling before this Ace of Swords, absorbing this information. Well, this information, there's two beams of light coming out of her, let's just say third eye. I don't know, her hat, really. And one is coming from her spiritual team, and the other is the decision. So it feels very logical. It feels like something I feel you'll be a natural. The Knight of Swords could be I'm learning the art of this type of communication, whatever that means for you. Let's go ahead and bring in the Gilded Tarot. It's like I don't even have to clarify it because I know what it's saying. But let's see if there's anything else. I feel like if you came here wondering if you should begin something or if you are doing the right things, maybe you just started doing something new. Again, I feel like the wisdom is there, but the venture may be new. Maybe you don't realize you have all this wisdom. But as you open yourself up and you ground yourself at the same time, That's when you learn, you feel, you know who you are. And you stop putting limits on what you think can be accomplished. And you understand the importance of you in that mix of what your future is going to look like. Right? You got to say so. But also, it's always up to you to put in the action. 8 is about self. And 8 is infinity. It's a number of infinity. I don't know if it's a number of infinity, but it's like the infinity sign. It's also about new beginnings. And allowing those new beginnings. We have the 7 of Cups, so I definitely feel some of you came here with that question. You're unsure of this energy. Interesting how it fell in my lap. I mean, it means something. Well, look at that. We have the 7 of Cups. Now we have the 8 of Cups. You know what that is? That's you putting your doubt behind you. That's you making a clear choice. That's you, another 8. This 2 of Pentacles has 8s on 2 sides of it. But the 8 of Cups is about having clarity, emotional clarity within my life. This is also learning to trust within myself. Again, the 8. Right? Learning to trust. Maybe I'm learning who I am spiritually. Think of the infinity. Right? You always are. After you leave this earth, your spirit, right? It goes on. So, 7 of Cups, I feel like this is your spiritual team just coming and saying, do it. Whatever it is, do it. We have the King of Swords. By the way, that can be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I try to leave the signs out of it because I don't feel anything about signs. I feel the energy. And the King of Swords, the highest of communication. Wow. We have the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands may be someone that you connect with from above. From right over there. Like, there you are. Queen of Wands can be fire. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This can be someone who is outgoing, adventurous. This certainly feels like this would be great energy for you to take on. You remember, we can take on the energy of any queen we want. Queen of Wands is fiery, passionate. She seeks. She goes after her desires. And we have, well, hello, 6 of Cups. Interesting how we have the 6, the 7, and the 8 of Cups. And then we end with the Moon. Card of Pisces, by the way. I don't know if I said the King of Swords and the Knight of Swords can be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This can be a younger and an older self. Someone may have come to full maturity. I feel like the moon is has been casting shadows upon this decision, because you certainly came here with a question or a decision that you want to make. Again, it's about yourself. But if it's a business, it can be, it's about you, yes. But I feel like your knowledge, your wisdom, your words, your action is much more than that, right? It's for the collective. So, definitely go forward in that, I feel. But, you have to know that. You have to trust that. You have to trust yourself in that decision. Some of you, this is about a connection to someone else. Or it can talk about moving, maybe one of these things is about moving back to an area that had happy memories for you. Some of you is like moving back home. Maybe you've been thinking about it. Um, this again feels like everything will be just fine. And maybe that's where you end up being the most creative. I feel like our location can definitely play within our energy. Okay, I'm making this really long. Um, and I didn't want to. So, anyways, I feel like whatever you came here for, the question or the answer is yes. Yes. What you're receiving are is real guidance. Um, what it is you want to do will feels to me like be very successful if you're willing to put the work in. You're connecting, and then I feel like as you connect, you then speak it. Now I don't know if you're literally doing that, but that's what it feels like. Almost like as it comes in, I speak it, which I feel very often. So I feel like it's just have trust in yourself. If it's about moving somewhere that you have happy memories, or to someone, again, if you're grounded within yourself and understanding, like the emotional part, the emotional baggage has to go away, right? Let it go away, which I feel like that's what's happening. And then understanding if I'm willing to put the work in, someone seems to have matured. Maybe you've been unsure. And listen, I feel like go for the adventure, but take it slow if you need to take it slow. But all feels like yeses in here, and I feel like that is where I'm going to end it. Wow. Great reading, I feel. I rather enjoyed that one. Okay, let's pick these up. Shake it off. And we are going to move on to pile number 2. Nothing is short with me here. Like, I keep trying to make short videos, but then I want to do a whole reading within each pile. But that's just what I'm going to do. We have open your heart. Open your heart. I allow myself to feel the full range of emotions, especially all forms of love. Of love. Open your heart. Oh, what am I doing? We have the Tarot Dreams now. Look at this. Ace of Pentacles. This talks about something coming into your physical world. It's coming. Here it is. Here's an ace. It's funny, Mother Mary's saying, but you got to open your heart. I allow myself to feel the full range of emotions, especially all the forms of love. So I don't know if love is attached to this ace. Doesn't even have to be romantic love. We have the Six of Swords. I feel like this ace is giving you the ability to change something within your life, something that was probably toxic to your energy, didn't feel right, they didn't feel right. Six of Swords I always feel is a beautiful energy, because this is me realizing that here I've been sitting in this toxicity and just sitting in it, right? So the 5 says, consider a change. Look at the energy and then consider the change. Now, you always have to know your own part in it so that you can evolve from that. And that's exactly what's happening in the Six of Swords. She's leaving behind her what no longer serves her. And that may mean even the emotions of it, right? How do you know you're over it? When you can think back to something and not get all emotional because of it. Now, I'm talking about things that are toxic. All right, we have the Light Seers, the High Priestess. Can certainly be your higher self. And then, interesting, we have the Hermit. And this is from the Tarot of Night. This is a dark card. He's in reverse, and it's interesting. Because I wouldn't expect that unless some of you are leaving a Virgo. That is the card of Virgo. It's interesting because you have the High Priestess, which is very open and connected energy. Very connected energy, right? And able to really, truly manifest a life for oneself. And maybe, reinvent oneself a few times. There's nothing wrong with that. But then the Hermit, it being in reverse, some of you, I feel like your life path could be like a number 8, where you're really here to learn about as much as you can about the material and physical world. That's why you chose this lifetime. That's usually the number 8, much more to the number 8, but that's kind of like what I'm feeling. I think I'm going to go right into the clarifiers. Let's give it a couple shuffles. But nonetheless, this Ace of Pentacles feels like an opportunity that allows you to change your circumstances. Maybe you've been closed off to your spirituality. Since your first card is Open Your Heart. I allow myself to feel the full range of emotions, especially all forms of love. So the Ace shows up, right? And, maybe it requires that there is a change. It's like your intuition right there within the High Priestess, right? But the Hermit in reverse feels to me someone that is not feeling connected. Doesn't have to be. Could certainly be a Virgo in reverse. We have the King of Wands. Can be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have, look at this, the Wheel of Fortune coming over the Ace of Wands. The Wheel coming over the Ace of Pentacles. Excuse me. Choked me all up. This tells you that whatever this Ace consists of, it's part of your destiny. Now, can you refuse that? Of course you can. You can just say no to it. You can stay in that Five of Swords as long as you want to. And some, maybe it's been a while, you haven't felt connected. Again, remember, you need to do your part in, especially in the High Priestess, I feel like she's allowing herself to absorb her own spirituality, but also that of the collective, that of, I just want to say, the divine of the universe. Mother Mary comes out and says, you got to open your heart for this, right? Otherwise, what's the sense? Okay, let's keep going. We have the Emperor, card of Aries. He comes after the fact. So I don't feel like, it can look like I'm leaving this Emperor, but I don't feel that. I feel like because it's coming after the Wheel and after the Ace, so is the Emperor's energy. This can talk about also what you're doing within your world. The Emperor can be the owner of the business, the leader of the people. In anyway, multiple ways, right? There's multiple ways that can happen. Look at this. We have the Two of Wands. That's good. Wow. We have the Three of Wands. And then we have the Nine of Wands. So first of all, what I want to point out is there's a lot of wands coming in the clarifiers. Almost all of them are wands except for the Wheel. So that tells me that this next journey, which we're starting at the 2. Well, here's the 3. This is the move, or here's the 3. Here's the movement in it. I feel like, is it easy? No. Has it been difficult? Yes. Are you able to overcome it? Yes. Will you evolve from that? Yes. If you have the reflection on it, and understand how you have grown from, let's just say, the last experience, right? The Knight of Wands is about your spiritual muscles that you're growing, and not just spiritual muscles. This is so that you can allow yourself sometimes to take these new chances, these new leaps. So, anyways, 2 of Wands, is the idea. The 3 of Wands is the movement into it. So this Ace of Pentacles is coming in handy. But again, gotta have that heart open. Many believe that's where your soul lives. So when you close your heart, you close your soul's journey, so to speak. You have the Chariot. Now, I don't know, honestly, if that's true or not. But it's just what it came out. Chariot. Beautiful. The Chariot is the energy of really of reward. Well, let's see what's with it. The Strength card. Exactly. Makes perfect sense. First of all, we have Cancer and Leo side by side with Aries right above them. But anyways, the Chariot is like the reward, one of the rewards. This is probably what the Ace of Pentacles is showing up for, because the Chariot shows that you have found a balance within your life. It's interesting because it's like Hercules holding up that pentacle, and just the way he's using both hands, right? Both hands makes it steady. So the Chariot is a reward of finding that balance between, for yourself, between the negative and the positive. Maybe I used to talk to myself in this way and didn't believe in myself and didn't think I could do this and I couldn't do that. Didn't feel I was connected. Everybody talks about it, but I couldn't feel it, right? All that energy, and then you seeing it in a different perspective. Like, what was your part in that? Your part is you have to learn how to connect. And a lot of times that means you have to learn how to quiet your mind. Sometimes you got to look at the hard truths and see things for what they truly are. There's no other way to look at it, right? See for the truth, and then you know exactly what to do. Anyway, I don't know why I'm saying all that. Anyway, the Chariot is really a beautiful energy coming, also touching that Six of Swords. So as I move in that Six of Swords, and that Six of Swords says, not all the struggle is over yet, but you are on your way. You're on your way. You are on your way. Okay, I want to look at the Hermit, because I feel like I want to know why it's in reverse. That's what I want to know. No fluff, just why is it in reverse? Look at that, we have the Ten of Swords. Well, ask a question and receive the answer. Why is the Hermit? So why don't I feel my spirituality? Why can't I feel that connection like I should? Why can't I trust my intuition? Why? Right? Why can everybody else, but I can't? Well, because you got 10 swords in your back. You got 10 swords in your back. It's interesting where I heard someone, what was I watching? Just real quick, and this, because this can relate to you, I suppose, but I was watching something where someone said they used to get migraines. I don't think it was a comment, but it really stuck with me. Anyways, this is someone who used to get migraines for like 2 years, constantly and like non-stop. Went to every doctor, couldn't figure anything out. Her brain looked fine, everything, and then a friend of hers said, I'm going to take you to someone in the woods. I want you to come with me to someone who's in the woods. And the lady is like, in the woods, you know. She said, but I didn't really ask questions because I just wanted this, you know, I just couldn't take it anymore. So I was willing to try anything. So she went to the woods, and it must have been like a cabin. And there was a woman who was a medium. And, well, she was she's a medium, but she was also, why can't I figure it out? Not a reflexologist, but you guys are probably screaming at me right now. You know, where you move the energy. Oh my God, why can't I? Anyway, so she went to this lady, and this lady said that she had 37 spirits attached to her. And she had to take them off one by one. Now this lady said, you know, I don't really believe in any of that stuff, but I'm still willing to do whatever. So this lady took these 37 spirits off. Their energy, right? They're like, they connect. And when she left, she had never had a headache since. Like, never had a headache since. So, all I'm saying, what am I saying? Well, I feel like what I'm saying are these 10 swords, maybe they don't all need to be there. You know, what this is also saying, because I'm in particular asking why this hermit is in reverse, and the 10 of swords is saying, well, I probably have taken on a lot of other people's shit, a lot of other people's words, a lot of other people's beliefs, you know, less and less believing in myself, more and more buying what they're selling type of thing, right? I'm kind of stuck within that 5 of swords, stuck. But you're not, right? You're not. 10 of swords, you know, what's going to happen after that? Well, the universe is going to send a tower. Something is going to shake it up. If I don't shake it up myself. And I feel like you do. Because I feel like that's why the Chariot is here. It's interesting how my nose is like, all of a sudden, super itchy. Like, really itchy. So, this is why the Hermit's in reverse. Because these swords have, you've allowed them to penetrate. You know, and I'm saying that because this person is almost in submission, right? Just laying there, letting them come one after another, after another. Now, what you have to remember is sometimes we can't change them, but we can change ourselves. We can change our circumstances. Sometimes we just have to start with a prayer and pray that it's been heard. And the Ace of Pentacles is saying that it's being heard, right? But there's a requirement to it, and that requirement is learning how to open your heart. Open your heart to whatever this is bringing in for you. So, question asked, question answered. The Chariot, the Strength card tells me that you can overcome it. This is you. This is your inner. We got an 8 again. We're getting a lot of 8s. So I just have to say that. I do feel like we're getting a lot of 8s. So at least 8 is the number that keeps I see the most. Anyway, the Strength card is about your inner beast. And, you know, it's like the spirit warrior. Becoming the spirit warrior and not the weakened warrior, right? In the 10 of Swords, I'm weakened. But I'm weakened by other people, other people's beliefs, and how I've absorbed them. Now I just got to figure them out. What is true and what is false? And your spiritual team is right here. You know, the majority of them are false. Just, they are. But you got to figure that out. And that's what the Strength card is about. And Strength card's looking right at the Chariot. Boom. Listen. Just like in the last POW, some of you can be using your very own experiences to then help others. To then help others. Lead them out of the darkness and into the light. So, I feel like I'm going to leave that there. You know, in particular, I just want to say some of you this could be a fire sign, no doubt. for some of you. But I feel like what this reading is about is those swords that are penetrating your back. Enough is enough, right? No more. No more allowing them, believing in yourself. I love that it's clearly saying that this ace is allowing you, or allowing you, giving you the opportunity, let's say, to begin a path of the wands, which is, again, passion, desire, action, right? Action. Don't forget that. The wheel is just saying with that Ace of Pentacles, listen, it's just meant to be. What that means, it's one of your original seeds of intention. It's something that, an experience that you, all of you, wants to have. You know, sometimes I feel like the human us gets kind of pulled by the spirit, like this is the way I want to go. But if we, I don't know, I feel like when we're open, we just understand. So anyway, I'm going to leave that there, guys. Another reading I thought was very nice. I feel like this ace is pretty big. And just realizing that you want to open your heart. Okay, let's do number 3. We have honesty. Interesting. There goes my nose again. Itchy. Very strange. We have the 4 of Cups. Well, right away it's saying you got to be honest with yourself about something. Honesty. I'm in touch with my true feelings regarding this situation. So, you know, sometimes I feel like we know the answer. But not that we don't want to move into that energy, but we know that it requires us to get up. Right? Get up. And maybe I don't feel like getting up, but I got to be honest with myself here. I feel like also as it relates to, you know, I'm seeing that 2 of Cups there, really the Ace of Cups, but I'm seeing the 2 people holding that up. So, I don't know. I feel like this is just saying you got to be honest with yourself here. Okay, let's keep going. We have the 8 of Wands. Why? Because something is coming. And then we have the Knight of Wands. It's interesting, I only have 4 cards for this one. So we're going to bring them just like that. We have the Knight of Wands. Next to the 8 of Wands. You know, what I think about, I bring about also. So I got to remember that, like, what I put out into the universe is what's going to come back to me. You know, you can almost predict the next couple years by what you're doing right now. You know, like if you want change, then you got to be part of it, I think. So anyway, I am touched with my true feelings regarding this situation. The Knight of Wands is someone who would definitely move into, you know, as the opportunity shows, she's going to move into it. She's going to move into it. This 4 of Cups is really standing out to me, like there's some type of action that's not being taken to help you help yourself. You know, because again, we have another 8, the 8 of Wands. And, you know, it's the energy you put out that's going to come back to you. Okay. Let me give this a couple shuffles. Okay. We have the Six of Cups. We have the Four of Pentacles. Bring this down since we got the room. Some of you may be thinking about someone and you know, I kind of don't feel like you live in the same place though. Okay, they're all in reverse. We're going to flip them. We have the Two of Wands. Some of you are thinking about making a change. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Strength card again. Nice. We have Justice. Some of you are thinking about a divorce. And then look at this. We have the World. So, first of all, can I just say, I don't know, there's something, I like how the reading has laid itself out, even though I put the cards there. I find it quite interesting because the Justice card is right next to the World. So, first of all, I do feel like someone is thinking of perhaps leaving someone, maybe even leaving your home. And I feel like it would require cutting of the ties with someone, whether it be legally or just emotionally. It's the cutting of the ties. You know, maybe, I don't really want to say this, you know, maybe because I don't want to say, well, this is what you need to do. If this is for you, you know this is for you. Because I feel like this is something you've been thinking about. Something has been on your mind, in your heart. But first, it does seem to require a cutting of some ties. And I feel like that's what you have to be honest about. You know, the Strength card is saying that whatever that then means, that you can and will overcome this. You can. Sorry, look at my nose again. Definitely feel like someone's thinking, like, should I leave? Should I leave where I'm at, who I'm with? That now, this could be someone from your past. This could even be like in thought. Like, should I just not think about that anymore and think about anew? The world is something brand new. It's a new beginning. It's a new opportunity. It's also a reward for just the strength, right? The strength that you've gained. Because I feel like someone may have been sitting around for a while, and like if you're honest, truly honest with yourself, I feel like there is something. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I feel like there is someone or something that you would then cut ties with. And by cutting those ties, it is definitely beginning a new chapter within your world. Okay, I don't want to leave it there. I want to go a little bit more. Just because you didn't get as many of in the pile. But I want to follow the world's energy. Because I feel like I'm one way now, but I'm going to be a different way soon. Again, I got to see that Eight of Wands. It can also be your thought system, right? And overcoming, you know, like a lack mentality. Oh, my nose. We have the King of Swords, and then we have the Hierophant. Card of Taurus. You know, number 5, so I feel like really what the Hierophant is asking you is, where is your belief system? Is your, you know, are you being true to you? And maybe what Mother Mary is saying too, are you being true to you? And being true to you, it doesn't mean creating armors and walls. No, it's being open to universal flow, and then learning to trust yourself. That, that isn't good for you won't stick to you. Right? Why? Because your energy's changed. Because your vibration has changed. And therefore, it's like the universe matches that, right? The Eight of Wands, it's like the universe matching it. So we want to think about, we want to be honest with ourselves and think about the energy we're putting out there. Let that truck pass. That's one thing I never got. I'm not, to each their own for sure. But those who have those extra, what is it, the muffler? I don't know. To make their cars or trucks really loud. I don't know. Maybe as a Virgo, I'm sensitive to noise, except for music. The louder the better, Anyway, the Hierophant. This is asking you just to look at your own belief system. Are you taking on false beliefs? Are these your real beliefs? Are other people influencing you, or are you making decisions based on what feels right for you? King of Swords can be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's interesting. I don't know if I said that in the last one. So, for some of you, this King could be, even the Hierophant could be someone that's coming in. Could even be someone that's a little older, I just want to say, where we may have a little bit of younger and older energy. I feel like some of you may have children and you're worried about what a cutting of the ties will do for them. Will I destroy their lives? And I feel like when you're not living your truth, that's what they pick up. Almost the opposite. We don't want to break them down, but yet, some, I remember my parents would fight to, tooth and nail, and you don't think that affected us, right? That affected us more than anything. So, I don't know. I just feel like it's coming to a conclusion, right? And I also feel like I'm not going to drag, just like the last one, I'm not going to drag what was into what can be. So, the Hierophant saying, trust yourself. I love that the Hierophant is also connected to the world. So, do I feel like higher vibrations? Yes, I do. But it's all going to start with you. It's all going to start with you. And I think I'm going to leave it there. Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoy these. They don't get a lot of views. I love doing them, personally. I love doing them because it's like doing 3 mini readings in one. But I have a feeling a lot of you are going to connect to more than one of these. It's almost like an ongoing saga between 1, 2, and 3. So, anyways, I love you guys. Let me know what you think. Thank you, as always, for the thumbs up. Welcome anyone who's new. I'm so grateful to all my subscribers. I'm grateful for everyone that I have an opportunity to do what I do. So, thank you. I hope you find your message here. I feel you will. Be honest with yourself. And, because what's the sense otherwise? I love you guys. I will see you in the readings. Bye-bye.